The Fairgrounds Road to the 2025 continues, and this time it's time for the Lecomte Stakes, a mile and a 16th. Of course, it's going to be for 3-year-old colts, and it did draw a big field Saturday, January the 18th, and it's going to go as the last race of the day, race number 12 at the Fairgrounds, a full field. We will be taking a look at some of the race replays, but we are getting into the point season now. 20 points to the winner, 10 for second, 6, 4, and 2 points awarded all the way down to 5th place. And of course, the Lecomte Stakes. Since 1980, we've had 38 Kentucky Derby runners that have ran in the Lecomte Stakes, and one winner by DQ. That was Mandaloon in 2021, and also Track Phantom last year ran in the Lecomte Stakes. He ended up running 11th in the Kentucky Derby. Now the big field has been drawn. Let's take a look at some of the key contenders. Dwayne Lucas ships in Innovator, a recent maiden winner at Oaklawn Park with an 87 Beyer. Maximum Promise went out and beat a nice field at Ellis Park, won by over 9 lengths for trainer Ken McPeak. Admiral Dennis, kind of a slow start in the Gun Runner Stakes. Magnitude goes for Steve Asmussen. Optical, a winner a couple of times at Churchill Downs. You've got Calling Card from New York. Dapper Moon, a multiple stakes wins. And you've got Mobetterthangood, came from behind to win a field at Saratoga for trainer Ken McPeak. Disco Time, a fast winner for trainer Brad Cox. You've got Built, the recent Gun Runner winner. He got post position 13. And Seattle Road on the outside, a recent maiden winner at the Fairgrounds. Full field of horses at the Fairgrounds, some fast maiden winners. Let's take a look at these race replays, take a look at some of the trip notes, look at the pace, find out who are some of the top contenders for the Lecomte Stakes. Starting off with Maximum Promise, let's go back to Ellis Park. Ken McPeak trains this one, a winner by 9 lengths, pretty much wire to wire, drew open down the lane. Now overall, a lot of horses in that race have not come back and really improved, but it was a nice effort from Maximum Promise picking up that win at Ellis Park. Now you've got Built. Let's take a look at him at Keeneland. This was a big win. Came storming out of the gate. Nice move that day at Keeneland. Second career start. He's by hard spun. He's got some speed, but what's nice about Built is he built on that foundation. He ran fast in that second start at Keeneland. Then he came back in the Gun Runner. It was a small field. Built went to the lead. Slow fractions. Ended up drawing off to the big victory. So, you know, one of his main contenders, Admiral Dennis, broke a little bit slow in that race. It was a slow pace, but he did sprint home fast and got a 92 Beyer speed figure for Built. Now, Magnitude, a son of Not This Time for trainer Steve Asmussen. He was second in that Gun Runner Stakes, but it was a slow pace. He kind of got out kicked down the lane. Before that, he had won an allowance race at Churchill Downs at a mile and a 16th, and then also ran evenly in the Iroquois Stakes earlier in 2024. Now, Mobetterthangood, let's go back to Saratoga. Ken McPeak sends this one out. Came from off the pace. You'll see him in the middle of the track, running down the speed. Mobetterthangood, getting up in the final strides. This was a nice win. Of course, he's by Uncle Mo and Motown, so you've got some pedigree there. Mobetterthangood picking up that win at Saratoga. Now, Golden Afternoon is by Golden Sense. Of course, he sired Mystic Dan last year, who won the Kentucky Derby. 3 turf races, ran in the Grade 2 Bourbon, ran an allowance race and won that. He's got a couple of wins. Goes to the dirt. Overall, not a bad dirt pedigree here for Golden Afternoon. Now, Innovator gets the 1 post, draws well for Dwayne Lucas. Took 7 starts to break a maiden. Wayne Lucas got an 87 Beyer, and Innovator drew that rail. Could be some speed. Now, normally, remember, when you get a big field, you do get faster fractions, and some of these horses may be facing a faster pace than they got in their maiden win. Now, the 6 furlong pace overall, lots of ways you can go in this race. You've got Dapper Moon, who comes in off a win. Disco Time with a fast win for Brad Cox at Churchill Downs on the Stars of Tomorrow card. Maximum Promise at Ellis Park. Then you've got the pressers, which you've got Golden Afternoon, Magnitude, Admiral Dennis, Calling Card. I think any one of those 4 could make a move at that 6 furlong mark. Seattle Road and Mobetterthangood going to come from behind in the pace on this one. But normally you get a fast pace, Big field, you've got some fast fractions like Disco Time, Maximum Promise, and we'll see if we can get a stretch runner to come rolling. But overall, I'm favoring those pace pressers with this fast pace. Now, the big handicapping questions could be a fast pace in the race, big field, some fast maiden winners. Also, you've got Dapper Moon, a nice win. Can he go back up in class? Disco Time, a fast win. He'll probably be the favorite in the race for trainer Badcock's. Or it could be Built, who already has a win over the track and won the Gun Runner Stakes in that small field. But he did it with a nice buyer, even though it was a slow pace. Lots of big questions to take a look at. Recent form, you've got Disco Time, Mobetterthangood, Seattle Road. Those are coming off maiden wins along with Maximum Promise. Then you've got your allowance stakes horses. You've got Built, you've got Dapper Moon, and even the turf horses switching over to the dirt. So lots of different ways you can go in this race. I think it's going to be a pace makes the race, some jockey moves, and we'll see how the betting looks. But this could be a race you might want to use multiple horses in a daily double or go a little bit deeper. A nice big deep card. Remember the Silver Bullet Day also on Saturday, Lecomte Day. My top selection in the Lecomte Stakes for 2025. I'm going to go with Disco Time on the front end. I think he could lay a little bit off the pace if he needs to. He improved in that second start, needs to jump up in class and switch tracks here. I'm going to go Exactas over Built, Mobetterthangood, and Seattle Road. If you're looking for alternatives for the daily double, maybe a pick 5, you may want to consider Built as a horse to use on top, or Mobetterthangood. He looked impressive in that maiden win at Saratoga coming from behind. Lots of different ways you can go in the Lecomte Stakes. Remember the Fairgrounds Road, we already had the Gun Runner Stakes. That was won by Built. We've got the Lecomte, then we go to the Risen Star, and then to close it out, you've got the Louisiana Derby, the 100 points race on the road to the Kentucky Derby. Now the points races continue. We've got the Lecomte race for the boys, Silver Bullet Day for the fillies. Then next week we go to the Southwest Stakes. Plus we've got the Pegasus Stakes next week, Holy Bull, Robert Lewis, and the Withers Stakes, all part of that Separation Saturday on February the 1st. So lots of Kentucky Derby points races in the next few weeks. Weed out some of these maiden winners. And remember, free racing picks for the Lecomte card. That'll be out Saturday morning. Sign up below in the description. And we're also going to have picks for the Pegasus card next Saturday for Gulfstream. Triple Crown Prospectus, 2,000 words every Monday delivered to your mailbox. We've already had a couple of editions out. That runs through the Belmont Stakes. Sign up below in the description and you'll get that in your mailbox. Now, the Fairgrounds, a mile and a 16th, race 12, January the 18th. Who do you like in this race? Leave a comment as we get you ready. Be interesting to see Built, Disco Time, Mobetterthangood, and Admiral Dennis. Who do you like in the Lecomte? Leave a comment. Remember, D. Wayne Lucas always says, people have opinions, horses have the facts.